Hello YouTube, welcome to this video, and it's another of my cancer vlogs. And RJ has not had a very good week, I'll be honest with you. Most of it I spent in hospital, and on Tuesday night a worse nightmare happened. I'd like to thank everyone who gave last week's video a thumbs up and all your suggestions on bags. And I spent Monday afternoon and also some Sunday writing to various manufacturers, but events have superseded it, as I'm going to explain later. Okay, since I last spoke to you on Friday night, I went to the pub with my mum and brother. I had a great time, and on a Saturday Joe and Chris, well, her partner Chris, both had a birthday in the next 7 days, so we had a drink as well. And we also went to see Hugo, whose birthday it was. It's my sister's Claire's son. On Sunday I returned home, but I didn't feel right. The drain didn't feel okay. It was loose, like the stitch was loose. I was in more discomfort than normal, and I phoned a hospital ward. They said there's no regular doctors on today because it's a weekend. Come back on Monday. On Monday, I went to BARTS Hospital in central London, and a senior doctor did look at the drain. He said it's perfectly okay, and they redressed the wound where the drain pipe goes into my chest. On Tuesday I had one of the worst days I've had in my life. I was in extreme pain all day and was going to go to on Wednesday to sort it all out. However, at 10:45 at night I tried to take my jeans off. I was sitting on my bed, and the action of stretching to take my jeans off moved the pipe 6 inches. It didn't come out, but it moved 6 inches, which is about 15 centimetres. Some fluid came out there. I was leaking, I was panicking, and I phoned up a ward, and they said if it happened daytime we could help you, but we've got no accident emergency, we've got no beds, no doctors at night willing to look after you because they don't have general hospital doctors that time of night. And so I had to go to my local accident and emergency. I then had to keep repeating the sad story of what's happened to me, because I didn't want the local accident and emergency to do anything except put us, well, I was laying there, the rest of the pipe came out, just patch me up and wait instructions for BARTS expert medical team. Because it's no good to them trying to reinsert the drain. They can do a basic drain, but this is a precision drain specific for my unique case. They agreed with me, and on Wednesday I spent all day while BARTS was reassessing my case, and they decided at 5 o'clock they wanted me back in when a bed is available. Yep, even though you're an urgent case, if there isn't a bed available in the hospital you need to go to, you've got to wait. On Thursday, the doctors decided to put me on antibiotics, and I was told the transfer's definitely going to happen today, and I did go to BARTS at 8 o'clock at night by ambulance. Arrived there at 8:45, back to the normal ward where I'd just been visiting the day before. and they explained to me what they were going to do, which is on Friday I'd have a routine surgery for the pipe to be inserted, and I'd have a new type of bag. If you remember last week's video, I had a Vortex ambulatory bag which went round your waist, 1.5 litres long. So this is some old stock, and I was only training 200 mils a day, and it is very cumbersome, not ideal. And I was looking for something that you could attach to a belt like that around my waist, which was much smaller. And thank you again for those people who suggested various companies. I didn't want this bag, which you can see there, for the simple reason is you've got to, when I show you, it's underneath your arm, and you've got to pull up a Vortex there. I can't do it now. The Vortex there, and then the fluid flows out the bottom. This is attached to your body and is changed by a trained medical profession ever so often, but all that tugging and the Vortex, which you can see, is very fiddly. Strange, the previous week they didn't know about this one, which is what I've got now, and I'll show you in the, towards the end of the film what this does. It's attached to your body about there, and the great advantage with this is, when I get it open, it's got a plug-in. No Vortex, just a plug. Wonderful. My last operation lasted about 1 hour and 20 minutes because I had to clean up the loose remaining fluid there, which is, and then reinsert a new tube. The hole was already in my chest, so it was just a case of a 25-minute operation. I didn't have to go to high dependency to recover. I went to room for an hour, then back to the ward around about 6:30 Friday night. The consultant said I could go home the next day. But on Saturday and then all the following week, he's on holiday. On Saturdays and Sundays in hospitals, none of your regular doctors are there normally. It's just irregular doctors. The ones designated will always have those 2 days off. So these two idiots came along, took one look at me, took one look at the antibiotics and says, you can't be released to Monday once your test results of why you take the antibiotics have been analysed, number one. Number two, you've been injected the antibiotics, which can be taken by oral form also. And I've got the tablets with me. And I shouted at them. They phoned up my consultant, and he's one of the few rare senior doctors that answers his phone about his NHS patients. He's a lovely man. and he told them to release me. Thank you so much, Al, for doing that. And I have every confidence in him. Normally, a doctor would not answer a work call if he's on holiday, unless it's from one of his private patients. I did have to wait 5 hours for the antibiotics, because the pharmacy there is crap, like most hospital pharmacies, but at least I was released. At 6 o'clock Saturday night, I left there, went direct to the top of my road where there's a pub, and had a couple of drinks, and it felt so good. I've shown you the two types of bags, other bags. The one which was very cumbersome on my waist. I've shown you the one with the Portex, and I've also shown you the one I'm wearing now with the plug. What follows next is a very short film of me half naked explaining the drainage system in front of a mirror. I'll be back with a conclusion in about a minute and a half. Enjoy, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Okay guys, now you can see the bag in its full glory. The chest drain's just there. This is a bag that's attached and needs changing ever so often, and I'm seeing my district nurse on Tuesday where she'll examine it. There's the fluid draining there, and twice a day I empty the fluid out the plug from the bottom. As you can see, this doesn't hang below the t-shirt level, so it's much more practical for me. Okay, now to return to the conclusion. Thank you for watching. Okay guys, in conclusion, next week I was meant to be going to Celeste. I've got to get used to this bag system for at least a week, so that trip to see Joanne has been postponed, hopefully only for one more week. Also, I'm feeling a lot better now, because the new bag, as you just saw, is just ideal for me. I'm now a medium instead of extra large, the large in my clothing. I'm feeling a lot better in myself, more confident. I'm not going to have any more wardrobe malfunctions like you saw in last week's video, where the bag might sit out of my t-shirt even with its cover on. That's not going to happen using this. I'm on painkillers. They're Panadol and codeine only. I'm not on morphine or anything stronger. But because of all the shit that's happened to me from Monday to, or even Sunday through to Saturday, I have to give myself a 3 out of 10. I'm improving. Thank you so much for all your words of support, your comments and likes in the description. I will do a Q&A video next week. I've got one lot of questions. Anyone else who wants to add more questions, please do so down below. I'm staying strong. I've got a CT scan on, well, tomorrow morning. I'm going to see my doctor one day this week, because I've got to get a good supply of painkillers and sleeping tablets. And I hope to get to Celeste. I've got my summer trip booked in Holland, and if my pension comes through in time, I have to do my Dreamville trip in August, or split half of my Dreamville trip in August and the rest in October. So I spend a bit longer in each place, and it's a bit more relaxing, if you know what I mean. So RJ's got plenty more to look forward to. It's a slight miss that I've had this week. I should see my cancer consultant again soon, and I've got to arrange a date for that. And I go back in August also to see my lung consultant. My main problem at the moment is my fluid, not my cancer, and this is my life. I'll be back next week with another vlog. Sorry this one's been a bit depressing, but I tell how when shit happens. Also tell you the good times as well. So give it a thumbs up and stay lit.